Hey everybody, this is Dan from Valar Morghulis. All men must die. Today we'll be doing our war cap on War 113 and War 114. This is our 113th war. Pain Cap 300 came to play, and we brought our A game. 95% total destruction, and they did a bunch of crappy go wipes. So let's check it out. Really well done. We cleared a lot of bases here. There were a couple. I call it 2-star. Needs improvement, but a lot of if they were 2-star, they were high percent 2-stars. Like the base was beat, but we ran out of time. Number 4 here from our 16th player was Knife Ninjasti. Let's check it out. I like this base. He decides to bring the Govaho. I think this was a first attack. Gets a lure off and just brings it out. And I really like the way how this lure's handled. Let me see how it brings it on out. And he puts down a couple barbarians, so that way everything targets them. 3 wizards. Just 3 wizards. No archer queen, no nothing. And he just sits there and sprinkles one camp, easy space barbarians. That dragon's going to keep it targeting underneath them. And now we have 3 wizards that are still alive, and we can use them for cuts. So they're going to help us clear out the trash. I think he dropped 2 Valkyries on accident because they could go running away. But he quickly recovers, man. He brings the wall breakers just enough, pops that wall, and they get down the Archer Queen. And he has the cuts happening, and it's just the manner how all the Valkyries go down. Now his Archer Queen's going to take a walk here. I don't think that was intended. But that jump was perfect, and we're doing kind of a sprinkled in. It's kind of counted, kind of Asian wall, but he brings it in, and that heal spell's perfect because all of these red bar hogs are going to be recovered, and our Valkyries are getting beaten up. But those 2 Teslas that we see there, the answer to that was, he's going to try to recover his hogs and his Valkyries, but he has a couple Valkyries that just step over because they're able to use that last section of that jump to get into that next compartment where the Barbarian King is right now. And he saved his last 5 hogs here to clean up from the right side, just in case it was a double giant bomb area there. And that last little jump spell actually put the Valkyries in that compartment. So if there was a double giant bomb, well, it just pops the Valkyrie, and the hogs are safe. No need to even heal. I mean, they were covered. Now this base here completely maxed, so he's getting beat up. However, the Barbarian King, he's only level 6. It's not a big deal. I mean, the outcome of this attack might have been changed if he was like level 20 plus. But there's enough cleanup troops on this board that it's going to happen. We got the overpowered surgical goblin on the back end, and this base is wrecked. 3 stars. Good work, Knife. And we're going to feature this other attack here from Jeffrey BT on a Town Hall 9. I call it a box in a box base. Look, I don't really know what the name is. It's just something that's really annoying for your wall breakers, and your units tend to path around the base. But he brings the answer, and he's going to use the same kind of strategy I'll end up using in the War 114 on a so-called anti-2-star base. This here's a so-called anti-2-star design. We're going to bring 4 golems, and we're going to bring a whole bunch of wizards to back them up. And he is a Town Hall 9.5, so we have the extra spell, but honestly, I think just a plain old Town Hall 9 can get this base done. It's nothing special here just because he has an extra spell. Bring in the jump so that way our units don't path off, and they're going to encounter this base from each one of these sub corners, and then they will carve it out from there. And then just before the defenses are broken on the southwestern side, we're going to slam down all of our hogs, and they have nowhere to go but line up on the defenses that remain right there in that section. And then they're going to go straight in this core. They're going to bring a rage, going to bring a heal, and as soon as they arrive at defense, look at that Black Expo. If they looked at it, blew up. Tesla, they look at it, they blew up. The other Black Expo, boom, gone. As soon as they arrive there, it's dead. And then he brings the heal spell because all the point defenses are just firing in at this point. I think it's an essential part of this attack, and I don't think that you'd be able to get away without that. So if you had to cut maybe 1 spell from this because you were just a plain Town Hall 9, Maybe just drop the rage. I don't know. Maybe. But this base was swept. So this kind of design, this kind of setup was handled by this kind of attack. So look at all the hogs on the board. This base is gone. We even have external wizards still in the bag to help us out on the back end. 3 stars. Good job, Jeff. And if you ever see this kind of base, this kind of attack works. Now we'll go check out our latest war from Myanmar Empire. So 75-74. We didn't even break 90% total destruction. They were a lot of go wee wee kind of players, and they had a few okay go ho players, and it actually contributed to a 3-star on Luxter, one of our Town Hall 9s, and they pretty reliably 2-starred or 10s. Dax was only 1-starred, but 2 stars all the way down until they end up in this high teen section, in which case they just like jumble up all of our attacks. Here is the war hero on defense, General Esdeath. Going to my team, defenses, scrolling down, we have General Esdeath with 7 attacks. 7 attacks. And they could not breach 79% on her base. Her base, I'd say it'd be anti 2-star, but I guess it's anti 3-star. I mean, 7 attacks. Some of these were just really poor attacks. I mean, look at the war events. They kept attacking me, and General Esdeath here. Look at this: 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars. General Esdeath, no stars. General Esdeath, no stars. Wow. I mean, eventually you just give up and you're like, hey, let's try a different base. We did have 1 fail on the top. A couple. We had a lot of just. Our first attacks were just not so good in this war. Lots of things to learn from and improve on, and that's kind of the reason why we're doing these recaps. I like what Daniel ATX, the original Daniel, did on number 6 here, Mr. Question Mark. This here was an attack that it was already good. It already was worked out in Sketch, and we got in our kick chat and we collaborated on this. I like how he executes it. Everything was pretty much by the book, but I understand that sometimes when you're going through an attack, you tend to rush things. He lets his attack mature. The wizards are going down. The cuts are happening. The very first attack, the Archer Queen took her walk. Well, if the Archer Queen takes a walk on this kind of attack, the attack doesn't work. So both golems go in. Clan Castle comes on out. Barbarian King's in there. Our wizards did what they needed to do. They cut the base. And our Archer Queen has nowhere to go, but I guess they'll finally go attack the Archer Queen and the CC and all this. Now, this could also be a go all in kind of base, but I really like how we already kind of found the double giant bombs on the very first go, and they're in bad spots. This is why you don't put double giant bombs in your Queen's Guide, because we already blew up 1 set, and we thought the other set was on the back end, but it's not. Usually it's on the back end. Instead, it's on the left side here on the west end, and we're going to go ahead and handle that by just putting down a giant in the last 7 of our hogs, and it's going to go ahead and finish it off. So, you know, all these, like, 13, 14 hogs that we have on the right, they're going to be in heal spells, not dying, and they're going to finish off every single thing on the right side. Boom, there's a DGB. Attack's over with, man. The attack is so over with. There's nothing left but a Barbarian King, and we're fighting him in a heal spell. We got Surgical Goblins on the back end. Oh, overpowered strategy, man. Look at this, it's being used. They're just going to have to nerf Goblins, guys. This cleanup happened. Boom. 3 stars. Good work, Dan. And Mortal Mao. Good job. Sean, good job. I had a 6-star war. I'm gonna feature this one because nobody likes fighting these kind of bases. These are so-called anti-2-star. Here's all you gotta do, guys. Look, if there's defenses that need to be downed and there's no walls, all you gotta do is go wee wee. Yep, I know for some people it feels dirty. All you gotta do is just go wee wee. Look, I got three wizards, or actually I got a golem for each side. They're going to go around the space, they're going to wrap it. I brought not 3 wizards, but 3 witches for the right, 3 witches for the left. On my left side, witches get screwed up and attack a wall for some reason. I think that's because the clan castle or something here, but I had to blow my Archer Queen ability early. I ended up screwing up on the right side. I blew my Barbarian King early because I thought the Archer Queen came out to fight, but I'm paying attention to the Archer Queen being stupid on the bottom, and I was like, oh, I thought she stepped out, but I don't know. I wasn't looking. So the idea here is you're sending one type of GoWee left, one type of GoWee right, and I just interchange the heroes. So if I'm going to encounter the Queen, I'll make sure my Barbarian King's on that right side with the Queen. But as the buildings are actually broken, pretty much you send hogs in right through the core, and you don't send them in over the 2x2 gaps. You just send them in like this. They went right over the destroyed buildings. There's no bombs there, and they're gonna roll right in this base. And after this attack was over, I had so much units. There's a huge zerg of skeletons on the backside. And after looking at this again, I'm pretty sure I could have got this base down, destroyed, without using my 3 heal spells and without using any hogs, because this base is done. Like, there's a total swarm of skeletons there, both heroes. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they could have just finished off the base. Yep. Alright, so there you go. Good job, me. I don't know how to say that. My name is Jeff. Would have had a 6-star award, but we had a 97% 2-star. Good work, though. Got Soul Reap, another 6-star award. I like this attack, so we're going to go ahead and throw it in. I told him to just go ahead and hit a Goho, because if you can come in here from the west end and get down both the expos, you're going to get both the heroes, and you're going to break the DGB pathing. This base is bad, but I really like his execution of Golaloon. Really good on the breakers there. Hit the exact point they needed to, and the globes were spaced just perfectly with perfect wizard cuts. The heroes are going right in. Excellent funnel. Jumps down. This looks just amazing, and there's just enough wizards to help us out. We're just breaking a couple defenses, and he's going to help. He's going to bring one extra wizard, drops down last second, and that's going to help us get rid of all this trash, because we got 2 heroes in there. The Archer Queen has just a lot of heavy lifting to do. We got to get down the 2 air defense. We got to get down all these high health storages, and that little wall section, because of how it's angled there, is actually going to help her funnel her into the next one. I mean, I like the initial planning on this attack so much. It was just awesome. He just gets his lavas on the board and gets a nice little haste to get his balloons in the game, because Teslas can get pretty nasty, especially when the lavas move past them and they're not being tanked by them. So all the Teslas or all the lavas are right there, and the balloons are moving in, and he's using that haste to fight against the sweeper. But eventually he's like, I guess I kind of misplaced it. So he throws down his rage just to get him on in, and he brings 4 loons left in the bag. He drops 2 and 2, because we don't want red air mines. Oh look, there's one, there's another. We don't want red air mines popping our balloons when they're in a nice cluster of like 8 to 10. It's not going to be good for them. This attack, he still has 1 lava hound up, and it's being shot at by single point defense, and our 8 to 10 loons are getting hit with tons of splash defenses and point defenses on the back end, and they're going to fizzle out. But we're left with, get this, 1 balloon, 1 lava hound, and this attack, it works. It works. So boom, it's like the hero wizard, or no, not the hero. It's like the hero lava hound. Boom, just enough to get a red air mine down, just enough to get that last loon in, and a death drop. He can't even get the second actual drop off. There's enough wizards and pups to make this thing happen, guys. It's gonna be 3 stars. Now, if this was a maxed out base, I don't think this attack would have worked, but I really like how the star worked out. It could have been tweaked for the Lunan phase, but there you go, guys. Or you could just go it. I don't know. I thought it was a really good attack. Good job, Soul Reap. And he's also a new guy. Welcome to the team, man. Banana, 6 stars. EL, I'm going to feature this one here in just a second. Dark Knight, 6 stars. Man, welcome to the team. That's awesome. And Bo, 6 stars. Really good job there. Jakina Gar, 6 stars. Just like cleaning the board, guys. A lot of 6-star attackers. Alright, so this one. This was a replay. This guy had a really weird base, kind of anti two or anti 3 star, and the air mines we already looned it. I told him just to hog it, but that's me just in general. This was our town hall 8.5 versus their 8.6 or 7. He has some new defenses here. You know, we got the expos on the board. I'd say maybe rush town hall. I maybe rush town line. I don't know what you can call it, but really good attack here. You have to cut down the CC both heroes, and there's a stupid quad Tesla right there, and the expos are pointed to the ground. So like ground troops, this Golaloon is just getting messed up. He's only got level 2 golems, and he's only got level 1 lava hounds. So he's gonna send in one, and we already knew where the red air mines are. Boom, pick all 4 of them up. Yes, and then he brings in his loons here. He's only got 1 rage in the bag, and we got a whole bunch of loons, and it's all going to come to play here in just a minute. So the heroes all burned out. Archer Queen's taking a walk. Awesome, going to help us out with cleanup a little bit later. But the lava hounds arrive, and they get pushed, and they pick up 2 black mines, and then there's 2 more black mines. So they eat some balloons, and now there's no more lava hounds. They just got direct. But he's all over the place, man. We got like sets of loons coming up from the bottom. Those are going to help us out here in a second. They're going to get down these splash damage defenses, and everything's just kind of zero in on the remaining Teslas, the ones that were still left over from our hero push. There's just enough pups and the queen on the board in order to get cleanup happening. Just enough for the loons to arrive on station and get down those Teslas. And then now we're on cleanup, man. So in the last 40 seconds here, EL wrecking it, man. He's really picking up on the Laloon game. Good job, man. 3 stars. Alright, guys. Really good war here. Really close. Lots of woos. Hopefully we don't suck this much on a real match. I thought these guys were not bringing their A game, and we need to improve some of ours. Man, missing stars all over the place. Normally this doesn't happen, but really well executed, good finish. Loved it, man. Really good war. We rarely ever get these. Alright, guys, this is Dan from Valar Morghulis. All men must die. Take care.